So I usually don't get a lot of DMs on my Instagram where people are like asking me to do different things, but I shared a makeup, what is it called? A lip gloss on my Instagram. People started DMing me and they were like, I want to see makeup look, like your makeup always looks so pretty, like I want to see makeup look. And so I was like, well, I feel like my makeup look hasn't really changed. But anyways, I'm going to be showing you guys this little makeup look right here. It looks like this, and we're going to be doing that today. Okay, so moving into foundation, I use the L'Oreal True Match foundation. The main reason to why I like this one is because when you go to the store and you're looking for especially this brand, there's going to be like tons of different shades, so many different shades for this foundation, which is the main reason to why I love it, is because there's so many different shades, which means that there's a good chance that your shade will be out there for you. This is actually my summer shade. This is the shade that I use in the summertime, which is the W3 shade, and it's a lot more orangier, and I know how to blend it out. But I recommend when you're looking for shades, take the back of your hand, so it would be basically looking for a color that's this color, because here's the thing, you're not trying to just blend it into just, you know, your face, like right here. You want to make sure that it'll blend well into your neck. Your neck's not going to see as much sun as, let's say, your forehead, because your forehead's going to receive more light than your neck will. When you're trying to find a shade, try to look at it closest to just the inside of your arm, and that's going to help with your finding of your shade. I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this on the back of my hand. When it comes to blending in my foundation, I am just going to take the foundation with my fingers and just dot it on my face. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my, I don't know why I always make this motion with my fingers. It's just the most comfortable to me, but I'll usually just take my hand and I'll just begin rubbing this in. Make your eyes really wide to get the underneath of your eye. Okay, can you see a difference? See how this side definitely looks like a lot more awake. This side looks like kind of pulled down. So we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Alrighty, so moving into the bronzer, I have two different shades that I'm going to talk about here right now in just a second. So when you are looking for a bronzer shade, you want it to be slightly darker than your skin tone. I'm going to show you guys a picture right here of what my palm looks like. I have my foundation, and then I also have my bronzer. I put on my hand the Sun Kissed Silky Matte shade on my hand, and that is what it looks like. It's going to be just slightly darker than your skin tone. It's not going to be crazy dark. I actually saw one makeup artist say, I don't know, she's not a makeup artist, she's a hair artist, but she does makeup too. So anyways, she had said she would actually go in, because she used like a cream foundation, so she would just take her cream foundation, she would go 1 to 2 shades darker and use that for her contour and whatnot. I do it a little bit differently, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my brush. My bronzer also, FYI, my bronzer, when I wanted to buy a new one, they didn't have the shade that I wanted, which is the Silky Matte shade, so I went 1 shade up. I think it looks good on my skin tone, and yeah, just kind of be cautious. I would really recommend trying to find one that fits your skin tone the most, okay? So I have this gigantic brush here, and basically what we're going to be doing when applying bronzer is we're going to be doing the number 3, or at least this is what I do. For people that are first starting out, I don't recommend doing the whole contour thing. That's definitely a little bit more advanced. I don't even do the contour thing because, in my opinion, I just don't like the way it looks. I like the number 3 method. So basically I'm just going to take my brush, take some bronzer, tap off any excess, and I'm going to begin making kind of circular motions on my forehead, beginning to create the number 3. And making sure that we blend that really nicely. And when I talk about the number 3, so it's gonna be kind of like this. So that's kind of the way the 3 is kind of going to be shaped here. I also do like to put some down my neck because I know that my shade of my foundation doesn't quite match my skin tone, so I definitely do like to go down and kind of put some bronzer down. Okay, and as you can see, if you look at my forehead right now, I'm looking at it right now, you can kind of see that you can definitely see where the bronzer's at. And this is where you kind of want to dust off your brush, and you want to make sure that this is fully blended seamlessly. So you're just going to really go in and just start using that brush to really blend out your color. I feel like it's really difficult to do it on this such a high lighting right now because I feel like it's definitely going to look kind of crazy just on camera and just in general. It's definitely gonna look a lot crazier on camera, I feel like, than it does like actually in person, to be honest with you. And I don't know why that is at all, because I literally look quite crazy. Moving on to blush. So I use the Ciate London blush. I'm just going to take it using the same brush that I used earlier. And remember, find those areas that you know that there's redness. So for me, it's my cheeks. So I'm gonna smile. And you can kind of see like this little chub right here. That's where I'm gonna be putting the blush. And then if there's any extra on my brush, I just basically put it on my nose. Alrighty, now moving into highlighters. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator. Looks like this. The top is actually supposed to kind of like flip up, but it doesn't. I use my fingers. Once again, fingers will become your best friend. My favorite one is this shade up here. It's this one up top. But you can also just use the whole thing. And then I basically just take my fingers and find my cheekbone. I forgot about talking about that. The easiest way to find this, I'm gonna show you the other side. I don't know if you guys, I'm trying to think if you guys can see this in the camera. You can kind of see where the light hits there. That's basically where you're going to be kind of adding it. It's just right where the light hits. You're just basically just accentuating where that light's hitting right there. And then the other common spots where people put it, Cupid's bow, and then the tip of your nose. I just like to tap it once, wipe it off with my fingers, snapping works, and then just go back in and kind of blend that in. Moving into the other part of the highlighting, which is going to be using, I saw this on Nastasia Grace. She uses this huge jumbo NYX pencil. It's in the color Milk, and it's just this really nice, basically a white shade. You're going to do that in the inner corner of your eye, and boom. There you go. You can see that little white dot there in the corner. And as you can tell, I'm hoping you guys can see this progression of my makeup. As you start adding everything, it looks a lot better than when you saw me just with the bronzer on. When you start adding things, it's gonna look a lot more better as you continue to do it. Because I remember when I first started using bronzer, I was like, this looks terrible. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna push through, I'm gonna do my full face of makeup, and then I'm gonna see what it actually looks like. And it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. Alrighty, so next thing that I'm going to be using is the telescopic L'Oreal mascara. Every time I buy mascara, I get the waterproof version because when I don't, I feel like if I yawn, I do yawn a lot throughout the day, and so if I'm yawning, I get teary-eyed. It becomes into a huge mess, and I don't like it. So I'm always getting waterproof in case I cry, in case I yawn and I get teary-eyed. If something happens, if I get sprayed in the face with water, you're not gonna see all these black marks everywhere. So waterproof has become like my best friend. We're zoomed into my eyes. Hello. Guys, welcome. So when I first started doing makeup, I just kind of just blink on my wand. So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys because it's really difficult to talk while you're doing this. So pull out my wand. Here's my wand. I'm just gonna blink. And now that I've gotten a little bit more advanced, what I do is I blink and then I kind of go on top of my lashes and I pull down. So I'm like blinking and pulling down on my lashes. Like on the top, you're just kind of making sure that you get that top part coated, because a lot of people don't mention doing this, but you do have tops of your lashes like up here. So you're just making sure that all of those get coated. Okay, so now that that layer's done, I'm gonna take this little thing, and I gotta be really quick with this. So I'm gonna take my little eyelash curler. I'm not gonna stick my eyelashes in it. I'm just basically gonna push up on them. So as you can see, just pushing up on these lashes. This is going to be kind of like a crimper method, I guess you could say. I'm just basically just pushing them up. It's really not super difficult. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like afterwards. Okay, now let's kind of zoom. I like totally forgot about one of the steps that I do in my makeup. So I'm gonna do it with my mascara on, and usually I don't do it with my mascara on, but I forgot to mention my eyes. I do usually add a little bit of shadow to my eyes. I basically just take my bronzer, this little bronzer that I've been I use on the rest of my face, and I just basically just take a little bit and then put it into the crease. I'm gonna go ahead and actually spray my face before I do my lips today. This depends. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. This is the Maro Badescu facial spray with rose water and aloe. It's actually the mini bottle. I actually got this at a white elephant party. Who knew people bring this to a white elephant party? I'm just gonna go in and kind of spray my face. This is just gonna add some glow to my face. You can reuse this throughout the day. It's just gonna make your face look a little bit more glowy. Last but not least, this is the Lifter Gloss. Boom, look at that. I love this lip color a whole lot. As you can tell, it just looks very shiny. It looks very pretty. You can kind of feel, like when you, like I can kind of feel, like the inside of my mouth, I can feel the lip gloss. So what I do, I take my thumb and I just run it through my mouth, and look, there's that lip gloss that was on the inside of my lips. So I'm gonna do that just a couple times just to kind of fully get rid of it. And now it feels 10 times better. I don't feel that weird like glossy taste or feeling in my mouth anymore. It's gone, and I like that. Okay. This is the makeup look. This is just a very beginner friendly makeup look. I think that anybody can really do this, and yeah, I hope that all these tips helped you guys if you are either wanting just new makeup tips that you want to add to your makeup routine, or if you're like brand new to makeup and you're like, I don't know what to get. So that is it for today's video. Yeah, I hope that you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys are new and you guys would like to see more Christian-based content, vlogs, hairstyles, makeup tutorials, a lot of different things, just a very Christian YouTube channel where we talk about Jesus and we talk about hair. Why not? If you guys are new and you guys would like to subscribe, you guys can click that big red button down in the description box, and also click the notification bell so that you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I hope that you guys all enjoy this video, and I will see you guys all at my next one. Bye guys. You